Next question comes from Briana, and Briana says, what is the best method in ensuring franchisees stay true to all branding processes and systems put in place? The background is, I co-own a franchise called Wow Mom's World, which is a multi-service center for families, including a play center, fitness, cafe, swim, spa, etc. I was informed there's one franchisee who is continually not complying to franchisor standards. My partners have put me in charge of handling all U.S. franchisees and asked me to go visit the location in the new year. We already have franchisees signed agreements which state compliance, a franchisee checklist to go through, and they have asked her multiple times to change certain things. They feel they have lost her respect, so sending me in to handle it. What is the typical franchise protocol for this situation, and how should a franchisor visit franchisees to make sure they're complying? Any advice is appreciated. Okay, so I'll apologize in advance that I don't have a background in franchise and franchisee law. You know, it sounds to me like this could get into like a legal situation of you forcing the brand standards. When I did business with hotels, I knew that the brand standards that a franchisee, like an individual hotel, had to adhere to, there was like a ratings, a scale, a rating system. And the franchisor would come in incrementally, I don't know if it was once a year or whatever, and they would score that hotel. And I remember them saying that you just had to reach certain score levels to maintain your franchise. And if you did not maintain your franchise to a certain level, then legally the franchisor could pull that flag off of your building. Like you could not use that name of your hotel anymore. And so this would be something to take a look at, that if you have a franchisee that is not adhering to your brand standards, what are the mechanisms of scoring that? And then there's got to be some sort of legal documentation and process of how you're going to communicate those changes that need to take place, with timelines and repercussions of what happens if they don't. At the end of the day, if they don't, then as a franchisor, you certainly have the ability to strip that trademarked name off of their building, and they can do the same business under a different name. You know, I mean, that's part of business. You know, if the hotel lost its flag, they would go try to secure another franchise to put up on the building because they've got the infrastructure, they got it. So these are some very legal and complex things. So certainly a franchise lawyer, one that specializes in franchise law, I would think would need to come into play here. And then probably that standard operations procedural manual. And then, you know, a process of communication set in place to let franchisees know here's how things work. And they just have to meet the minimum standard requirements. I remember in hotels there were, you know, they would say there's got to be this amenity, but you can choose what vendor to use. Or the hotel franchise might work out a relationship with some preferred vendors, or in sometimes some mandated vendors, like you have to use this mattress from this company. And so these are things to take a look at as you guys are growing your franchise. What things do you want them to use a certain vendor or a certain way of doing things? All of that's got to be spelled out. So I know with franchisees, they do like some flexibility to run their business the way that they want to, but you know, watch the movie The Founder, because The Founder is a good movie for this. This is about Ray Kroc and McDonald's, and it's all about this type of stuff. You would probably enjoy it. All right? Hope that helps, Brianna.